Good evening, everyone. My voice is clear. Clear. Okay. So this is your task 5 of Python developer, right? Yes. Okay. So first of all, I'll give you the description of your task. Okay, which is develop a USD currency converter application with a graphical user interface. Okay, GUI in Python. The application will allow users to input an amount in USD and you have to convert it to various other currencies based on the latest exchange rate. Okay, and the application should be easy to use and provide accurate, up-to-date conversion rates. Okay, so your first responsibility is to set up an environment. Okay, by installing the Python and necessary libraries like example Tinto for GUI, okay, and request for API calls. Then second is for currency conversion logic. You have to implement the logic to convert USD to selected currencies using the fetched exchange rates, and you have to ensure accurate calculations and handle edge cases like very large or small amounts. So, and your third responsibility is to implement the GUI design and development, and you have to design the layout of the application using Tinker or any other Python GUI framework. Okay, and then you have to create input field for the USD amount and drop down menus for selecting target currencies, add buttons for performing the conversion and refreshing the exchange rates. Okay, so basically this was all your description and the responsibility part. Okay, you have to create a USD currency converter. Okay, by using the graphical interface Tinker. So now I'll show you my screen, the code of your USD converter. Okay, here is your code of the USD currency converter. So first of all, your first task is to import all the necessary libraries in your Jupyter notebook. Okay, so first is your import Tinker as TK. Okay, so Tinker library is used for building the GUI application. Okay, then this by importing the Tinker, this things we have to import from the Tinker. Okay, then comes the from datetime, import datetime. So basically datetime is used for displaying the current date and time. Okay, then your next part is to, these all are inbuilt in the Tinker part. Okay, then comes the from request, like import request. Request is used for making HTTP request to fetch data from an API. Okay, then comes from PIR, import image TK and image. PIR is your pillow. Okay, this is used for handling images in Python applications, and image TK and image, this we have to use for extracting the image. Okay, so from Tinker import message box, this is used for displaying message boxes in the GUI, means graphical user interface. Okay, so after importing all the necessary libraries, now we have to initialize our Tinker root window. Okay, so for this, here we have created the root variable name. Okay, basically root equal tk.tk. This is the main window of the application. Okay, this is how you can create a main window of your application. Okay, next comes the geometry function. This function is used to set the initial size of the window of your currency. Okay, this is the geometry, this is the size of your initial size of your window. Okay, then comes the title part. Title part, you know that, yes, comes the title part. It says the title part of your window. Okay, so it, yes, so it sets the title part of your window. Okay, and your title is here currency converter. Okay, then comes the icon bitmap. So this icon file, there is, this icon file is in your Google Drive link. Okay, so you have to download it and you have to copy that icon file location here. Okay, you have to copy that location, you have to paste it here, and don't forget to add .ico in the end because this is the format. So you have to import the icon file. This is for setting the icon for the window. Okay, you have to replace this location by your own file path. Okay. Then comes the max size and min size. This is for setting the maximum and min size constraint for the window. Okay. So now this we have done the initializing of our Tighten root window. Okay. Now comes the adding an image to our GUI. Okay. So how to add an image? First of all, we have to load an image into our Jupyter notebook. So how to load an image? You have to create a variable name. Here I have created by image variable. Then here is the capital image. This is your this library. Okay, image dot open function you have to use, and inside it you have to mention the location of your file .png file. Okay, means the image of your background. Okay, this file is also I've shared in your Google Drive link. Okay, you will get from that. Okay, so then comes the yes, and then comes the zoom equals 0.5. This is for resizing your image. Okay, so this is how you can import the this is how you can import an image to your GUI. Okay, now this comes the multiple image size by zoom. So for this we have created two variable. First is pixel x, second is pixel y. Here we have created a tuple. Here it is basically resizing it. Okay, here it is basically resizing it. It is converting the zoom 0.5 into x for x in range dot size. So it is basically resizing it. Okay, now comes the image equal image tk dot photo image dot resize. So basically it will convert it to image tk dot photo image format for displaying in Tinder. So this image we have to first convert into our image tk format. Okay, so by using dot photo image function we have to convert this image into our proper format for displaying in TikTok. Okay. Then comes the panel part. Panel part, you know, in which you're going to write the amount and in which panel your result will be showed to you. Okay. So this is for panel. Here we are creating a label. Okay. Label we get, and this is for placing your panel in your position. So this is your place in your panel. So it's basically it is to create a label with get means panel to display the image at position 190 and 35. So this is your position which is at 190 and 35. Okay, so this is your position to place your label. Now comes the functions part. So now we'll make the functions for properly functioning of our USD currency converter. Okay, so first is function is def show underscore data. So first function name is show underscore data. So in this function basically this I'll give you a brief that what this function will do. This function basically fetch the entered amount. This is your entered amount. It will get the entered amount. Okay, and from currency, like from currency, first currency will be your USD, which is fixed. Okay, and two currency, this currency we have to find from the drop down menus, different menus. Okay, so this function will fetch the amount. Okay, fetch the entered amount and selected currencies. Okay, and this is our URL. Okay, this is our URL for exchanging grade using an API. Okay, this you have to use. Then this function will say that if amount is null, if the amount means if you do not enter any amount, then your message box will show the error dot show error. This is for showing the error to your user. So it will show error which is currency converter, please fill the amount. And if your currency, if you haven't choose any currency, then this will show you error that please choose the currency. So this is how it function will goes. Else what it will do, it will first get the URL. Okay, first it will get the URL and currency, then it will change your currency into the proper currency that you are going to select from your function. Okay, so it basically this function will tell about the, it will first fetch the entered amount and selected currencies, and retrieve the current exchange rates. This is for retrieving the current exchange rate using an API. Okay, then it will calculate the converted amount. Okay, and update the GUI with the result and display the conversion information in a text widget. Okay, so in a text format, it's going to show you the conversion information. Okay, that this amount, this USD amount converted to your this currency, to currency this. Okay, and it will also show you the time that currently that particular current time in which you have done the conversion. Okay, and now comes the another, this is your last function, second function, which is clear function. So it will clear all input fields and the text display area. Okay, so by clicking this button, clear button, this clear function will go in the background and will delete all the input and text fields. Okay, now comes the widgets and the GUI layout. So now we'll set the layout and the labels part. So first is your first label L1. Okay, so basically this label, yes, so this is your label for entering the amount, entering the first currency, which is going to be your USD, which is fixed. Okay, so your text is USD currency converter using Python, and your font will be Vajana, and font size will be 10, and it should be in bold. So and your label one place is this. And now comes the amount in which you're going to write the amount. Okay, so your text is going to be amount, font is this, and your amount label be this place. Okay, so it's going to be in this place. Then comes the even entry. So this is this even in E2 is for displaying the text and input fields respectively. Okay, so this is for displaying the text and input fields. Okay, then comes the C1 C2. This variable we have created, this is for currency 1, which is your USD, and this is for currency 2, which you're going to choose. Okay, okay, so this is your first currency, choose one. So by using the ttk dot combo box, basically combo box make the drop down menu. So by using the combo box, you can make the drop down menus. Okay, to select the currency. So first currency, so its width is going to be 20, text variable C1, state is read only, font is there. Okay, now we'll adding combo box drop down list. So now we are adding the drop down list of our first currency. Okay, first currency value. So first currency drop down is going to be our USD, which is fixed. Okay, and its place will be at 340. Okay, now comes the E2, which is your selecting the second currency. So this is your place for selecting it, selecting the label, and by using the combo box, here is your drop down list of your second currency. So this is your list. Basically from this list you have to choose your currency. Okay, so these are all the lists. So this is your place where you can find your these, where you can find your list, or where you can find all the currencies. Okay, now comes the text widget part. So basically this text widget is for displaying conversion details. This will show you the conversion details. Now comes the button part, button widgets, and this clear button, these are the buttons. Okay, this is for triggering conversion and clearing inputs respectively. Okay, so this is your search button. By clicking your search button, your function is going to be start in the background. It will search and it will convert your currency into the selected desired currency. Okay, and its font is this, border width is going to be 2 bg, that color of your search button is going to be red, and the font and the text in your of your search button is going to be white. Similarly for clear button, your color will be blue and your text will be white. So this is your clear button. By clicking this button, all your amount and currency will going to be vanished. Okay, and root dot main loop, this is for starting your tinker event loop, which listens for event. Okay, and update the GUI accordingly. So this is your all for. Okay, like first of all you have to import your libraries or necessary libraries, then you have to initialize your window, then you have to load a image, okay, and you have to fix the place of your image. Then you have to make a function for conversion, okay, for currency conversion. This is your function for clear button. And then you have to create a label, and by using the combo box you can make the drop down list, okay. So this is your combo box drop down list of currency 2, and these are for text, and this is for button part. First button is search, second button is clear, okay. And root dot main loop is for starting the thinker event loop, okay. So this was your code part. Now if we run it, then you're going to see here is your result. So this is your USD currency converter, okay. So this is your title currency converter, and this is your PNG file, okay, and this is your background. So here this is your file, okay. Here you have to mention any amount, means 180, okay, 180 amount. And first, this is your currency one. First drop down list is USD only. Second drop down list, you can choose any of this, okay. I'm going to choose our Indian currency, which is INR, okay. Where is INR? See, here is the INR. By clicking search button, it's going to be convert in the proper currency. Just wait for a second. Where is this error? Let me check it. Yes. Why is this showing error? Return argument. Okay, no worries. There is an exceptional error. Okay, I'll check it later. Then show and give you the screenshot of the code. Okay, so after running it, I'm making you clear. Okay, after running this, you can see I'll give you the brief of it. Okay, so by entering the amount here, okay, for example 500, then you have to click on, this is already selected, which is USD, and by clicking your any desirable currency, okay, you're going to be click on search button. Now there is a something error, it's working properly, just up, like I don't know what happened right now. Okay, so let me check. So basically after clicking the search button, your your result will going to be shown in this level, okay. And it will in here, this will be show you the proper date time, okay, in which date and time you are converting this, and also showing you the proper current conversion rates, okay. So this is how it will work. And yes, so you can use any amount here, okay, and you can choose any currency from this drop down list. So these are the basic labels, okay, these are your labels, and this is your search button, and this is your clear button. So this is how you can create a USD currency converter by using the Python, okay. And of this error I'll let you know, okay, about when after like half an hour I'll let you know about this error, okay. So yes, this is how it will goes. And this was all your task